Hey, so I got the steering fixed on the Dune buggy here. One of the last videos there, I was showing you guys we broke the rack and pinion on it and also a tie rod. So got all that stuff fixed now.
It turns out somebody shoved a giant.
So I got a bit of a story to tell you. I've got a brother-in-law. He used to have one of these Honda Odysseys. That's like it's like my Dune buggy except a little bit smaller, made by Honda. And one of the older ones, probably the one with the yellow fenders. And anyway, so he borrowed it to his buddy, and his buddy is climbing this long steep hill with this Honda Odyssey. And he almost gets to the top, and he can't quite make it, and the front end of the machine starts to come over on him, and it tips right over, and it starts to roll end over end over end, all the way to the bottom of the hill. And as it's flipping like that, the guy that's driving, his legs get flipped out of the machine, and and then the machine comes crashing down, and he stayed in the machine, but his legs didn't. And when it was all done, his legs are like both broken in multiple places. So it was a big mess and stuff. So when I built this Dune buggy here, I kind of had that story in mind, getting some leg restraints and expecting that this thing is going to crash. So when I watch my what's that video called, crash damage video, where I flip this thing upside down, I can see that the leg restraints that I have on the machine now were not quite enough. You can see that my leg is actually hyperextending past what the knee normally does. So I'm going to add some more leg restraints to this machine. I'm just going to show you around a little bit and show you what's going on. So way back last year sometime, I got some mail from SFX Wheels, and it's overseas, and it's actually it's the first mail Grotto one ever got for YouTube. So it gets a real special spot here on my little cabinet. So I think that's his YouTube name too, SFX Wheels. If I remember right, he does powder coating and polishing, that kind of stuff. So maybe check him out. Hey, I don't think I've ever shown you guys how I get in this thing. This thing's got a quick release steering wheel. I just pop it off. I'll set it up here. Stand up in it. So from here I can put my 5-point harness on, and it keeps me strapped in really good. And then in addition to that, I've got my leg restraint right here, and it's just above the knee, and it clicks in there. But the thing is, my leg, the front of my leg can still come out, right? So get the wheel back on. Okay. So here you can see I've got my 5-point harness on, and that keeps me in, but I also want to keep my legs in, like I was saying. So right here I've got an extra restraint here. It's just behind my knee. So you can see here, this leg restraint, it's okay, but I mean, it doesn't do a perfect job. You see how high the front of my leg can come out of the machine? I mean, it's definitely doing something. So next what I want to do is I want to mount another strap here, not to keep my legs tight, but just to have it over top of my legs, at the front here, so that my legs can't come sliding out. And to get out of the machine, what I do is I separate it here, slide my feet out from underneath that loose fitting strap, and then I can get out. Probably what would be even better would be if I would build if I had some sort of a mesh over top of this part of my legs. And I think wrist restraints are in the works yet too. So